legends are made. This is how legends are made.
Okay, this is my loader up. It's staying still. Still staying still. Tilt it a little. Left to right. Stays where it's at. As soon as I lower it a little bit, it just starts drifting down. Is off, it drifts, then it stops. But when I get lower, my hand is off, drifts down. If I go up, stays. Now it starts to drift a little bit. This is where it'll drift out. See, my hand is off. I'll stop and I'll sit there all day long. But as soon as I give it a little bit of down pressure, starts drifting by itself. No hand is on the joystick. And my hand's off the joystick, it's drifting down. Alright guys, it's that time. Gonna rebuild this lift cylinder. Took it off the tractor. These are the plugs I posted earlier on an earlier part of the Facebook group that you get. Those are nice, they block off, keep everything from not going, dripping on the floor and stuff. Here's the cylinder. I'm gonna start with this, take this little snap ring off, and then continue from there. These are the seal kits. Right there. Both seal kits for lift cylinder. It's about $100, just under $100 with tax on it. Let's see how it goes. All right, guys. The first thing I used was this. I got that snap ring loose. I just taped it up to that. Then I took this punch right here, and you pound down, tap down on that until you reveal a groove in there. That there's an orange piece of plastic that goes in that groove that releases the other ring on the other side once you pull. It was went in there pretty easy. You can see where it goes. Kind of sits like that, and then start popping this out, and it should slide out of there. See where we go from there. Another thing before I pull this out of here, you want to make sure you don't go too far down with this. It doesn't, you don't want to get past this, because when you start pulling this out, it'll create suction and it'll be a bugger to get that out of there. So just go up to where you can see the groove and then put that washer in there, and then you're ready for the next step. Okay guys, you can see I pulled it right up to that orange piece. I got a vise. I was gonna start popping it with a hammer. It's going pretty easy though, so what I'm gonna do is grab this right here. I'm gonna put it through here. I'm gonna make the John Deere help me fix it, so I'm gonna put that right there. And then I'm gonna tap on that there and get that cylinder the rest of the way out. All I did was put a pole here, straight through. And then I'm gonna pop on this piece right here. Just gonna show you what I got rigged up right here. Hey, use what you got. A lot of people don't have vices, a lot of people don't have, you just gotta use your imagination. I just grabbed a tube, put it through here, put a channel locks on there so it won't move. And now I'm gonna pop on that thing there and get that the rest of the way out. I wrapped this because this is where the hydraulic oil comes out. I want it to shoot out and run out, but I don't want it to shoot across the shop. So this is just taped up. You can see it's starting to leak. We'll go from there. All right guys, we're moving right along. You can see what I did up there. What I did was I just took another, I got my pickle for ball joints. I put it through the other hole here. Been tapping with the hammer real lightly, and it didn't take a whole lot, and it's starting to, you know, leak hydraulic fluid down from this coming out, but you can see it's almost out. So I'll get it the rest of the way, show you what we got. Okay, it's been about, I don't know, 5-6 taps since I did the last part of this video. You can see it's almost out now. I've been just taking my hand, putting it on this side, tapping on this side real lightly, and it's almost out. So the next part you'll see, it'll be all the way out. Well guys, here it is. It's out. It was relatively easy, but let me explain what's going on here. So we are dead in the water. You can see right there. And it's hard to get a picture, but you can see the scoring through here. It goes on the bottom of the cylinder. It just stayed here too. It didn't go up into this. The rest of it is fine. I can't even show you. Gosh, maybe I can. Man, crap. Let me see if I can hold a flashlight, a camera, and a cylinder at the same time. No, I can't do it. Anyway, the scoring goes from here all the way up to here. And at first I thought maybe a weld broke loose on this bottom where it was welded. I seen that on another group and it got stuck and messed this up. So this cylinder is junk. Rebuild kits available. Obviously I broke that open and used that orange tool to release this. Good news is I bought this in November. It's a 2019. It's had about 90 hours on it when I got it. I don't even know what it has on it now. Let's take a peek. 105. I think it had 98 hours. Actually, it was low hours. Anyway, I called the dealer, told him what I found. Dealer was out of Wisconsin. I'm gonna post their name and location. And I live in Minnesota. This Deere came out of Wisconsin. Let's see if their name's on this thing. I thought there was a sticker. I might have debadged it, but I'm gonna post their name. I called them up, worked with Ben, and told him what happened, and he immediately said he's sending me a cylinder for free. He's gonna UPS it straight to me with a label to return my cylinder, ship it back to him for warranty, whatever he's gonna do with it. But it's junk. It was an attempt. Felt pretty good. It was going quick. Now we're dead in the water. But anyway, you buy a John Deere, you can buy a private party. I got mine from a dealer used. It was a smoking deal on it. But always helps to work with a dealer. He's 4.5 hours away from me, so he could have told me to get bent, but real nice guy, that family to deal with. It's Ma and Pa shop, John Deere. I'll leave their address and everything on this link. Look them up if you guys ever want anything. Real good people. Later. Last part of this, guys, just going to show you. I had a snap ring pliers. I had a vice grips holding it to the tractor. You already seen what happened here. I got a punch kit, and this is it. It came with all these. I got those from Menards, Wildy. I got this pick set off Amazon, and the only two I used was these right now to put that orange retainer release deal in there. But I would have used the others to get the seals in. This is a seal. These are seal benders. I got these off Amazon too. They're pretty cheap. I think this was like $10 for this whole pick set. Good deal. And then I think this was, I think it was $10. I'd have to look again. But it's for different type seals. I think I would have used this one. And what that does is it goes on here and it bends the seal so you can put it in there and then release it, and then it goes into its spot. I never got into this to get the inside out, and I'm not even going to bother with it. The last thing I got was a small engine ring compressor right here. Is 18500, and that's for putting the cylinder back in. I would put this on there, wrench it down, and then when you go to put this back in the cylinder, it would go smoother. Now there's videos out there, and you can use this too. If you don't have one of these, this was cheap too actually. Price this on Amazon. You can use zip ties. You get a zip tie and you get it really tight around this, and then when you go to put it back in, it slides past the zip tie, goes in, and then you're going forward. I was hoping that I could give you guys a video of this whole process, but I'm glad the John Deere dealer stepped up and is taking care of me. This is pretty bad. I was pretty bummed out. I am out the price of the seal kit because I used the tool. So, I mean, the tool's still functional. Somebody needs a seal kit, hit me up. I'll give you a little bit of break on it, but a little cheaper in John Deere. So I'm getting a cylinder, and then I'll put her back together. I should be good. Thanks, guys. Bye. Good evening, guys. After work tonight, I came back to the 1025R. Last night, I posted a video of issue I was having with the bucket. It had a random, no matter where you put it, sometimes it would drop about a foot. Sometimes put it up way high, it would stay. Certain positions would stay. It was just all over the board. It would drift a little bit, and then it would drift a foot, and it was just really inconvenient. So I posted on the forum, had a lot of input. I guess I left out the stuff I already did check, so I got random information. Appreciate everybody that answered, but I thought I'm gonna make an I'm gonna fly video. So I've got the single point and the third function. I added all that, but I added all that while that was an issue. And then I rechanged the hydraulic fluid. Since I added all the upgrades and the Summit kit and everything, I decided I was going to do a hydraulic filter change because it's at 100 hours and I lost fluid doing all these add-ons. So I did that, and then I still had the issue. So then I came and I checked the pressure on the SCV, and it's sitting about 2150, 2200. That was good. There is no adjustment on the SCV. The only thing I could see for an adjustment in the service manual was the valve on the bottom. A little cleaning, but it's clean. Nothing's binding. That all looked good. So last night I went up and got some fittings from John Deere. Ordered those today. Got them in today. They're actually not from John Deere. John Deere orders them in. I got fittings that fit on the end of the hoses for the cylinders, 2 of them. And I came home tonight and disconnected the hoses from the cylinders on one side, plugged them with that plug, raised and lowered it, and it drooped. Did the same thing on this side here. So then I put it back together and then bled the system up and down a bunch of times, still doing it. And then I switched the plugs to this side and raised it up, and it held. The problem was this ram has either an internal leak, So I'm gonna take it apart, maybe put a seal kit in. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, I'll replace the cylinder. I'll check it out first. Seal kit looks to be about 85 bucks at John Deere plus tax. So just wanted to let you guys know that the test fittings are really simple. Just two nuts that mimic the cylinders. I'm not a hydraulic genius by any means, but I appreciated all the input and just broke it down to troubleshooting these cylinders. I had a feeling it was like that. And John Deere did tell me that if you have a load in your bucket and you hit a little dip and you don't have the ballast and it jolts it, those usually take it out. I don't think that's what happened. It just failed. But anyway, that's how you solve it. Two test nuts in your toolbox, and you can check those pretty quick by disconnecting and running it up and down. Thanks everybody for the help again. I just thought I'd post this in case somebody else runs into that same issue and is scratching their head, and that'll solve the problem. Thanks.